Hi everyone. Many people have approached and asked me about improving their speaking, so I thought I'll make this video for a few minutes and we will talk about improving speaking. A lot of people think of a book. When they want to improve speaking, they ask, what book should I study? Well, let me say that from the very beginning. Books can be helpful, but speaking is a productive skill, which means you have to produce something. So a book cannot help you much in that regard. What can help you though is practicing, recording yourself and speaking on your own. When you record yourself, you can then listen to it. This is called self-reflection. So when you listen, sometimes you find out certain mistakes or errors and then you can fix them. You could also do peer reflection, which means you can ask one of your friends or classmates or people that are close to you to listen to your video or to listen to your voice file that you recorded and then tell you what they think of it, where the problems are, where the strengths and weaknesses are. But I think most importantly, you can do teacher feedback or ask for teacher feedback. So for example, you can send the file to your teacher, or you can send the file to a group like this one. And then myself or other teachers can give you feedback on your speaking. And we can pinpoint where the problem areas are, where the strengths are, and so on. I think practice is very important when we talk about speaking. So the more you practice, the more fluent you become. So that's one area, and you always have to push yourself. Maybe the first time you record, you can only talk for 20 seconds or less than a minute, but you have to push yourself. Put a clock in front of you and try to talk longer. Also remember that when you speak, you need to focus on 4 elements or 4 areas. One is fluency. So when people speak, they need to be fluent, which means continuously speak and have normal pauses. If I pause too much, for example, if I say the car, so that's a little bit not normal, and you can make that normal by practicing. The second area that's important in speaking is the choice of words or the vocabulary. So you need to, if you're not very comfortable, you need to write down a few words that help you in speaking, and then you can look at your paper and then remember the word and then you continue. So you can always write notes that help you, but don't write the whole sentence. It's not a reading practice, it's a speaking practice. The third area that's important is grammar. So when you speak, and then when you listen to it, or when someone else listens to it, they can comment on your grammar, if you're using the right structures or not. If you're a higher level person, then we talk about using a variety of grammar structures. For example, using the passive, using gerunds, using different kinds of tenses, using sentences, conditional sentences with if clauses in them, and so on. And the final and most important part probably in speaking is accent or pronunciation. So you can focus on problem areas for your native language. There's a lot of literature on this as to, for example, if you're a Chinese speaker, what are the problem areas for Chinese speakers? If you're a Farsi speaker, what are the problem areas for Farsi speaker? If you're Arabic or Spanish speaker and so on, usually there are certain problem areas, and you need to know where the problem areas for your first language are so that you can attack them and fix them. Now, what should you speak about? You can speak about anything, just about anything. You can look at a picture and then describe it. What do you see in the picture? Or you can describe a situation. For example, how was your bus ride this morning when you went to work or when you went to school? Was there traffic? Was there no traffic? Did you find a seat? Was the bus full of people or was it empty? Things like that. You can describe a book, that you like. You can describe a story. I don't know, you can describe a movie. You can talk about how your day was. So, for example, today I'm sick. I have a sore throat and I feel weird in my ear and I think I'm getting a cold. So, you can talk about something like that, or I'm losing my voice. If you have questions, please do ask and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are normal, they are part and parcel of the learning process. And record yourself and speak more. Thank you very much.